Hi guys, thanks for tuning in, and in this video we are answering the question if it's really worth investing for you as a filmmaker in a wireless follow focus system. What use cases it has, which advantages and disadvantages over a normal follow focus system, you're gonna find out in this video. Coming up. Hi guys, my name is Paul, I'm a German-based cinematographer, and this channel is all about filmmaking, gear reviews or DaVinci Resolve tutorials. So if that's something that you're interested in, consider subscribe. That really helps me out to grow this channel. Seriously, it's free and it helps me, so if you like. So in this video we are talking about a wireless follow focus system, and I'm doing that with the new Smallrig MagicFIZ. FIZ stands for focus, iris and zoom, so we can use it for all three of that. We are talking especially about focusing here in this video. I'm gonna explain to you if it is really worth it, what this particular unit does, and what are the advantages and disadvantages. So maybe let's start. This unit comes in this really nice case here, which I really like, and there are a lot of stuff in there which is pretty crazy. Starting with the most important thing, which is the motor. A wireless follow focus system always consists of a motor that is attached to your camera and to your lens, which has here this mechanism to rotate the focus. And yeah, here it's pretty small, it's pretty lightweight also. And what we have here is two USB-C ports, one for power, one for triggering record if your camera supports that. As I've said, we have here this dial, or I don't know how to call it, this wheel. And on the other side we have an up and down arrow to control this thing here. And we also have here input for NPF batteries, which is really nice. The second most important thing on a wireless follow focus system is the focusing unit. So here, that one can control the motor wirelessly. So I can be anywhere and pulling focus with this device here. And this one has a 1/4 screw here for attaching it to a magic arm, something like that. We can power it by USB-C on the bottom. We have a bunch of different knobs here. One is for set, lock, up and down, rec, and we can also mark, so you can also trigger record if your camera supports it. And we have like this little screen here, and of course we have the wheel to adjust focus, iris or zoom, however you attach that. Additionally, it comes with this really small rod, so it's shorter than your traditional rod. So if you have like a base plate with a rod system, that might be a little bit too short for you. So therefore Smallrig is also delivering here this nature rail with this rod clamp attached, where you can just slide it in like so and then attach it about that way. And we also have, as I've said, an NPF adapter, which you can power on your motor. You can also do it via USB-C or this way. So we'll take a closer look on how this actually works on the camera right now. But how does it actually work? So first of all, we need to find a way to attach it to our camera. Here I have my EOS R6 and I can slide in this little rod. If you have a camera that has a normal rod system on the base plate, which I have on my Komodo, you can use these as well, but it's a little bit too short. But you can also use your normal rods, which are typically a little bit longer. Then we have to attach our focus motor, so that way we can just clamp that on here, that the wheel is also touching like the lens, so that it can actually control it. Now the next thing is I have the focus unit right here, and that one I turn on by pressing the rec button, and it's already turned on. And then we also need to turn on the focus motor, so, and that one is also turned on right now. Let me just quickly calibrate it by pressing the down button for 3 seconds, and then it already starts calibrating. So that is how easy that is. It's already plug and play, they're already connected. You can also connect multiple devices like here, and you can control them however you want to. So now it's done. Let's turn on the camera, hit record, right so. And now we can rec focus here really smoothly. And yeah, that's basically how it works. I could be anywhere else there and pulling focus, not having to touch the camera, so that is really handy. What I also like about this particular unit here, the focus is really smooth, and I have a really fine control, and it also thrives bigger cinema lenses, which are a little bit stiffer. I also tried that, but for the sake of being outside, I make it really compact today. Yeah, but this works really well. So additionally, what we can do here, as I've said, we can set up focus marks on this unit. We have an LED which can be red, blue, white, or whatever you want. We can use it on the right-hand side, on the left-hand side. Then you can flip the screen right here, which is also pretty nice. And yeah, that's basically. And as I've said, we can also trigger record. I tried it with my camera with the EOS R6 via USB-C and also via Bluetooth, but for me it didn't work, don't know why, but therefore I can't really say anything about it. The only thing that I really don't like is I like the idea that we have NPF batteries, or that we can power it via NPF. That's much better as on the Theta Nucleus Nano. But I would have wished that this adapter here has a locking mechanism so that it will hold it in place. The way it is right now, it's not too secure here, and if I touch it barely, it can lose the contacts, and then we will lose power immediately. So therefore, I think the much safer option is to power it via USB-C. But yeah, also the power consumption is really low. You can expect this battery to run this motor for about 2 hours, and also this unit here runs like 8 to 9 hours. But now let's answer the question, what are the use cases for that? So first of all, and the most obvious one is if you're working on a team and if you have somebody who's pulling focus for you, he can attach it to the camera, and then you can adjust your camera settings. You can fully control about composition, lighting and everything like that, and somebody else is pulling focus for you. Also, if you're on a gimbal and you have a second person who is pulling focus for you, that would be a great option. So now let's come to the conclusion if it's really worth it for you to invest in such a system here. For me personally, I think it's great to have it in your kit for the jobs that I've just said. But if you are working mainly on your own, you're a solo one-man band, so to say, I think this is not the greatest option. If I'm making a job on my own, I rather have a normal follow focus system attached to the camera and not this one. Because then I don't have to worry about power and connection and everything like that. So I think if you are a solo man, this is not the most ideal option. And for the case when you use it, you can always rent it out. But if you're working in a bigger team and you have a person who is pulling focus for you and you're working in a bigger crew, this comes in really handy. And now finally answering the question if Smallrig did a great job here. Also the tripod is from Smallrig, the cage is from Smallrig, now the follow focus is from Smallrig. I'm not a Smallrig ambassador. Actually, I don't like this tripod. It's like really shitty. The cage is quite nice. But the MagicFIZ here, I think they did a really great job. Like, build quality is top notch. The unit is really small, so you can keep your rig nice and nimble if you want to. Power consumption is really low. It's better for me than the Theta Nucleus Nano. I haven't used the Nucleus Nano Mark II, but it's definitely not as good as the Theta Nucleus-m, but that also costs like double what that is. So I think this is a real solid investment if you want to go into the market of a wireless follow focus system. It's not breaking the bank for you with around 400 US. So yeah, I think that's everything I can say really about it. So if you have any further question, you know that game, just drop them down in the comments below and answer the question if you already use a wireless follow focus system, what are your particular advantages, and if you have any cases where that might in handy that I didn't mention here, for example. And yeah, just subscribe to the channel if you want to see more videos like that and support the channel. And we're gonna see us in my next video. Cheers!